monster here, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what a game. The Spurs were able to defeat the Suns 101-100 on a Wemby game winner. And they clinched this playoff position early in the season, earlier than expected. Man, what a game, what a game. This really felt like a game where the Spurs really shouldn't have won this game. It seemed like they had used all their three-point magic in the Kings game. They could not buy a three-point shot to save their lives. Some easy bunnies weren't going in. Keldon missed some easy bunnies. Dylan Harper missed some easy bunnies. I just thought people just was missing bunnies. They were making bad selection in key spots where you kind of need to, hit a jumper to kind of put the momentum on your side to get back in the games. They were not getting to the balls they needed to, making bad decisions, and you're just like, Suns, Colin Gillespie was getting hot. Devin Booker went on a 9-0 run at one point. It just like Oso Ighodalo was, bumping Wemby and Cornette and shooting that little jump, floater. It just looked like the Suns' game to win. Like it would just look like it was going to be. And unfortunately, the Suns didn't even have 5 of their players. Like the Grayson Allen's gone. Wasn't available. Royce O'Neal, obviously, we know about Dylan Brooks' injury. Mark Williams' injury. I forgot the last person, but so they didn't have all their players. They're missing about 4 or 5 players. So the Spurs, Stephon Castle was rolled out before in the pregame, so that was kind of interesting that he was rolled out. So we were without Stephon Castle too, so that kind of makes a huge difference on both sides of the ball and playmaking offensively, defensively, of course. So man, but what a game, what a game. I'm not going to be here too long because I'm under the weather, but man, what a win for the Spurs. What a win for the city. The Spurs are back, man. The Spurs basketball is back. Playoff basketball is here. The Spurs are now, you're starting to feel the momentum. A lot of people are talking about championship this year. It's a great time to be a Spurs fan, man. It's been a long time coming. Feels like we were going to get there, but as soon as we got Wemby, we started hitting on Castle, Harper. Keldon and Devin really stepped up this year. Julian Champagnie, like it just came together and just been a special run, special team. And they found a way to win. It was it turned into an ugly game. But the Spurs just found a way to win, man. Found a way to win. Early on, they were really moving the ball well. It was really encouraging to see them move the ball around. They were running plays. Wemby was cutting. People were cutting. It looked like Spurs basketball. Then all of a sudden, the half court pace kind of slowed down. A little dribble too much. Obviously missing shots. Like if you're gonna miss shots, I thought Suns did a good job of taking away middle. They forced the Spurs to try to hit jumpers. And obviously after the Kings game, you're feeling pretty confident you're gonna hit every shot. So unfortunately, the Spurs just couldn't buy a 3-pointer. They relied probably a little too heavy on it at times. I thought they could have up fake. There was some up faking going on and getting to the basket, maybe either finishing or passing it off. I thought we could have used Devin Vassell. We were getting Devin Vassell going a little bit, and the mid range was as good. Keldon was ineffective. But at times he was able to get downhill. He finished in transition. So I like that they ran a play like I talked about last show. Whenever there is a lull in the offense, I would like to see Keldon going downhill, getting an easy bucket, or Devin Vassell in the mid range. Obviously, Wimpy close to the paint also is good, but he was a little camping on the 3-point line, a little too much maybe this game. But like I said, after the Kings game, it's like, can you really blame anybody from like shooting threes? But yeah, it was a great. It wasn't a great game of the Spurs until the end. Like when the Spurs were like just right there, you're just like, all right, what's gonna happen? Like, are we gonna be able to complete this comeback? It didn't feel like we were able to complete the comeback, honestly, to me. So I was just like, it just doesn't seem like things are going right at the right times. Can people make enough shots? What's going on? But the play call was Wemby on the right side. He was able to face up. He was able to see who was coming around him. You saw, I forgot who it was on the left side, cheating over, trying to was going to jump him as soon as he put the ball on the floor. That's pretty much the game plan. Is when Wemby puts the ball on the floor, that's when you kind of go at him and get him the dribble, or if he's going to spin, you have somebody ready to pick it as he's coming over because you're not going to stop it if it's up here, up high. So, but they got him isolated on the right side. He was able to see everybody in position. It was a little hesitant. He didn't know. I think he was trying to fill out. I can't go left because that guy's sheen over. So they're kind of forcing me to the right side. They have help coming that way too. So what do I feel like is the go-to move? You can kind of see him kind of like thinking about it. And he just pulled up, made the shot, and that's how the Spurs won, man. It was exciting, man. You could hear just the excitement. Win MVP, like the crowd, the jackals. It's just an amazing feeling to be a Spurs fan again, and just so exciting. I can't wait to the playoffs. But yeah, this was a great game. Spurs got some things to clean up. Obviously, you're not going to shoot that badly. The Spurs have been one of the better 3-point shooters and since February. So there's a big track record of them hitting threes going forward. So we'll see how that plays out in the playoffs, obviously. But yeah, man, it was just a great game overall. Let's see. What takeaways do I have? Obviously, Kellen Gillespie is going to have to be somebody that has to be dealt with. You're going to have Vassell did a good job on Booker at times. Vassell is still the one thing that gets Vassell in trouble is the back cut. He's rushing to get over the screen or trying to stay attached, and because he's a little bit behind, they try to back cut at times, and that's kind of his weakness. But other than that, he contested as much as he could, stayed in front, stayed attached. So that wasn't bad. I didn't like Keldon Johnson on Jalen Green at times. There was a little bit of that. I thought, Jalen Green's a very elusive player. I think Keldon's done a lot better job of staying in people in front of people up to this point, and he's definitely improved defensively, where he can, stay in front of people and kind of use his strength to stop him momentum wise. But I think Jalen Green's just a little bit too elusive for Keldon at times. So I didn't like that matchup, but it wasn't that bad. Vassell got Booker. Fox is going to have to do a better job on Gillespie. I'm assuming that they'll go to. We saw Castle on Booker, so I don't know if they're going to do. Maybe they'll shift Castle to Gillespie in the upcoming matchups, and maybe let Vassell take Booker. It's going to be interesting how they play that out. We saw Champagne a little bit on Booker too. We'll see who gets those matchups going forward. Obviously, it's a switching league. It's a lot of pick setting. There's a lot of ways to get your guys open, so it's not one-on-one defense all the time. So you're gonna have to rely on your teammates and people to make decisions, make the calls. But all in all, those were things that stuck out to me. Fox is the little things about Fox and Wemby is maybe just like the shot selection at times are kind of questionable. You don't necessarily like their shot selections at times. I mean, there's a pull-up three where Fox got blocked, and I'm just like, why are you shooting that? Like, let's get downhill, let's get to the mid-range, let's you're so quick, you can stop on a dime. There's so many more other options for you to do than just kind of shoot a lazy three. I didn't like that. They was very careless with the ball at times, turnovers, but that's what happens when that's how these games get close, right? And you just like things like that happen. You don't make shots, you're careless with the ball. In opportune times. Let's see. Maybe stock selection. Obviously, he made his shot. So let's see comments. We pull out on a night where the offense were. Yeah, McLaughlin's been getting in a little bit. It's a little nerve wracking. He got a big block though. That was an impressive block. They call it the Manu block, but he had a great block. You rely on those guys to get in there and give you whatever they can, right? It's like you have to get something out of these guys. And McLaughlin's, for a guy who doesn't play very much, he had to get in there, gave you some energy. That's all you can really ask for the guy. He's a professional. He's an NBA player. So we saw. That's another thing. We saw Bouye from the Spurs G League, which was cool. He didn't really make any shots or play particularly well, but it was fun to see him out there. Playing, getting a career in the NBA. Obviously you're chasing your dream. To see somebody go from the Austin G League, chasing their dream, making it happen. Now he's on the Suns roster, and he had to play for them because of their injuries. It was fun seeing that. So shout out to him, Bouye. Yeah, But anytime the offense is horrendous, like it was, like the 3-point shooting, like I said, the 3-point shooting was horrendous. Decision making was kind of bad at times. Ball movement, other than like the beginning of this game, and at some points, ball movement could have been a lot better in the half court. I do like that we're sharing the ball a lot better. I do love that we're sharing the ball a lot better. We're believing in our teammates, we're believing in each other to make the right play, and that's championship basketball. Is when you rely on your teammates to make the right play, and you're able to believe in one another. That's a mark of a championship. So I like to see that. I like to see more of it throughout the game, but that's something that you're just gonna have to keep working on as a team. But yeah, it's a great point by Robert. Yeah, to pull out anytime you have to pull out a game where you're just like, this is not going well, this is not looking good. Like we can't buy a bucket at times, we can't do anything right at times. Like we're lazy sometimes. Like we get some bad calls at times. It was just like, but to win is like on a game winner, exciting. It's just a great feeling, man. It's just really great to be a Spurs fan at this time right now. I can't wait till playoff basketball. But yeah, Spurs pull it out 101-100. I don't want to say great game, but it was a win. It was a win. A win's a win. That's all you can ever do is just win. Just find a way to win. And sometimes you're just gonna have to grit it out and find a way to win. Everything's not gonna be pretty. Everything's not gonna go well for you. But at the end of the day, mark of a championship champion is you pulling it out and winning. And so with that, the Spurs now are officially in the playoffs to clinch a playoff berth. I had to change the marker because I had spelled birth like childbirth with the BI, and I was like, nah, it's birth. Like, come on, like it's the medicine getting to me. But yeah, man. Tell me, just talk to me if you're here. If not, it's cool. Let's pull up who's the player of the game. I guess he had to give the win because the game winner, of course, and he had 34 and 12. Fun game. From Wimby, obviously we shot. Let's see, both teams shot pretty horrendous from 3-point line, 29%, 31% overall. Phoenix is a very deadly 3-point shooting when they have everybody available. So, and they play very fast in the half court. They make decisions. What's very impressive about them is they make decisions off the catch very fastly. Like one player will penetrate, drive, and kick, and then the next player will be ready to catch it and go right away. And you see Royce O'Neal does it pretty well. Very, very fastly, he's able to get downhill. And then Colin Gillespie's spotting up there on Booker, obviously can get to the mid-range. He's a complete scorer. So they're a very challenging team and possibly a team the Spurs could probably seed. And that's probably a very interesting matchup for the Spurs. In that first round, if that does happen by any chance. But let's see what the Spurs have coming up next. Usually with Marshall, we'll do the next 5, but let's see what's going on here. Spurs are they've won 4 in a row, I believe. Let's see. I want to say it's 4 in a row now. Yeah, 4 in a row. Charlotte, LA, Sacramento, Phoenix. Got Indiana, which is should be a nice win. Miami, that's always a fun matchup. We saw Bam, a couple of nights ago, drop 82. So we'll see what Miami's got. Memphis, Milwaukee, Giannis is out for the season. Memphis might be moving to the East because of Seattle and Vegas getting new teams. So I don't think they really care. Chicago's a tricky team, a fun little team, but they should be a win. So I mean, the Spurs should rack up some wins right here. Obviously, they should start padding their win total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. They possibly could get to. Oh, they get it 8. So they could get to 60 wins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by Denver. April 4th. They could possibly win 60 games if they run it up right now in this little bit of schedule. So shout out to the Spurs. I just can't be happy enough, man, to be a Spurs fan right now, to enjoy this basketball. Even when I'm sick, it's just been a pleasure to watch this run right now. It's very special. I think everybody should really enjoy it because we've seen, we took for granted possibly like how things were unfolding and how much long we were winning. and to go for a lull where we were struggling to even do anything successful other than tanking, to now is just a blessing. So but make sure you like, comment, subscribe to our channel. Drop any comments and likes in the video afterwards if you want to talk about whoever, whatever you think the Spurs are gonna win championship. Let us know. You can follow us on all social media at Spurs versus everybody. I've been on for 15 minutes. I think it's enough time. I want to stretch it out too long, especially without my partner, Marshall. Shout out to Marshall. He's busy right now, but he always holds it down. And I'm very appreciative of him holding it down. Also, shout out to my uncle, who's no longer with us, but it's his birthday today. And he's been passed away for a little bit of time now, but still always on my heart. Always was a big father figure for me in my life, and I'm very thankful that he was able to be there for me. And so shout out to you, Uncle. Hope you're resting up above. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming in. Have a good night. Be safe, and I can't wait to see you on the next show. Peace.